Health and wellness. Today is health and wellness. Yes, that's the topic of this video, and specifically over the last week. Today is Sunday, Sunday 10 May 2026. I'm Tanis, Shoreline of Seattle, and this is my health and wellness check-in for this past week. So it started on Monday 4 May 2026 AD and runs through today, Sunday 10 May 2026 AD. And I'm Tanis Sheeher of Seattle, and this is covering social, mental, and physical components of my health and wellness. And my summary for the week was, it was a week with synchronized progress against projects without a loss of balance. Yes, you guys go, what's with the speaking? It's like, what's with the speaking? What's with the typing? We'll get there. All right, category 1 of 3, social health. Fed the critters. They were masters of synchronization with my doctor, dentist appointments. They sure were. I was like, it's like they occupy human space in my brain when I think about things. It's like it's a human and then it's a squirrel. Including like, you know, once getting the all clear in one dentist appointment, like, you know, they come out earlier, but then one day synchronizing where they come out of the trees and their alarm calling, and they come out of the trees exactly when my alarm goes off, and they're like, we're your alarm. Nature has an alarm for you, and we're that. And I was just like, wow, like for real. I was like, whoa. And then also a coyote saw me off on my way to the Cinnabar to see the Devil Wears 2 on Wednesday, driving out of the street of my residence, and there was a coyote there, and I was like, the devil in dog form is a coyote, something like that. But like, no, but like, whoa. So that I was wowed by the wildlife. My week included neighborhood friendly faces when out and about, including walk runs, and out and about was well timed and paced. Yes. Category 2 of 3, mental health. Movie going. Did I miss the Cinnabar when I was away? Yes. On Wednesday, I missed handsome hunk John Bernthal on the big screen. Movie trailer reference. Yeah, he's slated for a Spider-Man movie. There was a movie trailer, and he was in it. And then it was there for Michael yesterday, when I saw 2026 film Michael yesterday, but it wasn't there at The Devil's Wears Prada 2. They were, yeah, the movie trailers and ads aren't necessarily the same every single time. Sometimes there might be, but like they also changed. So it was like, I did miss him Wednesday. And then like, because I hadn't gone for like over a week, you know, I did miss the Kens of the Cinnabar and their black, you know, uniforms. So, and the Kenettes would be the Barbies, but the Barbies didn't wear the black, and like the uniforms like black. So the Kens and the Kenettes, there we go. And then just a general note about movie going. The 2026 film, Wuthering Heights, was the first film I saw at Regal Cinnabar Mountain Lake. Saw Thursday, 12 February 2026. And then Red, finished Wednesday, 8 April 2026. I am deliberately avoiding the word book here because for some of this stuff, like, they were published early enough that book might not quite be the proper term. So I am just saying, and then Red. That's it. And the end date. Okay. Which leads me to the next one. 2026 film The Odyssey is up for first reading in approximately February 2011. Read again? ? And then seeing the film at Regal Cinnabar Mountain Lake, tentatively July 2026. Okay. All right. My low operative word, blood pressure journey. So project design my optimal blood pressure, including corresponding cognitive functioning. Yes, I have found that my blood pressure for my current self-experimentation setup does kind of come with like different blood pressure ranges, come with like perhaps like a way of describing it in a non-flattering sense is like different mistakes come with different blood pressures. So my blood pressure at the doctor's office this week, 100/73 Tuesday, and then 101/71 Wednesday, correspond to improved cognitive functioning, stabilized about 100 last year, 2025. The bottom of 70s was / is relatively new. and I had with this particular pairing, approximately 100 on top and 70s on bottom, better connecting of the dots type cognitive functioning. So yeah, it's been as low as like the 50s on the bottom. And so this is a little bit like higher in terms of like, it's not as low as I've gone. It's not as high as I've gone. But I got normal for me from the doctor. So, and I was like, so healthy. And some people were like, but you want as low as blood pressure as you want. Yeah, no. People end up in hospital with too low blood pressure. So this one for me works in terms of my health, how I feel, my brain functioning. So it was not as high nor as low as I have gone. It is more of a functionality / utility pick. Also less concerned about deviations in either direction. Yeah, so if it flares up or down, I'm not at my limit. However, because it is lower end of healthy blood pressure, it does keep me alert / tuned in to getting too low. So it holds my attention and monitoring my self-sense, which I find to work for myself. Yes, so I think it's a good thing. Finances, assessment type, retirement account stuff. So this is related to retirement account stuff. The keyboard adjustment is ongoing with my MacBook Neo. I tucked a few dollars away for a donation for attending church at First Lutheran. And then I think I've got something like $20 left, and I haven't decided on what to purchase with it. But yeah, my keyboarding is like making more mistakes in my typing, and I'm like, the keys are higher and I still have not adjusted to that. Partially it's because I use the other computer still, but yeah, so it's ongoing. Finances, assessment type, like cosigners. So the verdict of financial independence. One previous cosigner situation removed, looking towards removing others. Yeah, and trying to make it work across more than one schedule, which is daunting. It's a try not to lose patience here. Note to self, it's about getting it done and getting it through. So just keep working on it. Yes. So hoping this next week. Physical health, category 3 of 3. How are the critters and I handling the warmer weather? I need to fill the water bowls more. They've been drinking from them more. I'm finding they like food in the shade better. And the critters are sometimes because of the heat. But I'm also like a little bit, but like closing blinds, that kind of thing. Charging my devices in the morning or earlier in the day when it's not as hot so they don't heat up as much. Yeah. Dentist appointments. Did I become a squirrel? Yes. Smiley face. How is my tooth / teeth doing? My teeth in general are doing well. My home teeth care was deemed excellent, and the restorative filling made my tooth a little longer, and my bite adjustment is ongoing. Yeah, so there's an indent in the bottom of the tooth that I chipped, and I've inspected it, and I'm like, is that the chip? And I said, no, I think it's like where the filling matches up with the bottom of the tooth. And I was like inspecting it yesterday because I was finally not afraid enough to be like, what? And I was like, is that the chip? And so I like take my thing, and they actually they made it worse to make it better. They ground it down so it was chipped, and then they ground it down so that the filling would stick to the chipped area. So I think part of what's going on is like my whole mouth is sensitive, and I think there's just been like a ginormous flare up of like the tooth is slightly longer because of the filling, and so like it bumps differently, and like I was trying to eat food and like my teeth, like I need to adjust my bite, and I was like, watch this actually be like I had braces when I was growing up, and my bite has drifted ever so slightly, and watch them have done something really clever that I don't understand yet. And it's like to correct my bite without braces. I'm like, I got pirate teeth, I got a filling on the front tooth. And so it's like, I need, maybe it'll be like my blood glucose, some of my cardiology self-experimentation where it was like, really like, I need to find a solution, and it took a bunch of work to find a solution. And so maybe it's like that only with my bite. It's ongoing though, because like I'm like, it like taps when I bite ever so slightly this direction or that direction or that direction, and so then that flares up the rest of the teeth because my bite is trying to adjust to this tooth. So like currently it's like my whole mouth is in pain, and I'm just like, what? So bite adjustment is ongoing, so I'm gonna ease off of chomping with my front teeth for a little bit and be like, I need to figure this out. Like, I literally sit and eat breakfast in this room just because I'm so focused on not bumping my teeth. I'm afraid of having conversation with somebody else and screwing something up. For real. Okay. Glasses fit assessment. I did that Friday, 8 May 2026. The nose fit is fine. Behind each ear fit, my left ear is snug. My right ear snug to discomfort if on too long. It's perhaps a little too tight. So this is one I might call about. I need to figure out how to assess the right snugness in office. I've been using my other pair to try and figure out a good fit and how to assess it at the time better than I did last time. Yeah, so I put them on last time and I was like, yeah, they fit fine. So I need to be able to go in and be like, no, this, how much do they adjust it, right? And they go, how much do you need it adjusted? I need to not be like, oh, it just needs to be adjusted, right? So I've been like playing with my fingers. I'm like, it's like 1.5 finger widths on this side, but like 2.5 finger widths on this side, but like just a little bit, like, do I say? And then do I pull it out for my fingers? And then once it's on, do I know how to assess if it's too hard, like too tight? So I'm like trying to figure that stuff out before I call. So I'm like, should I call tomorrow? And I'm like, do I actually have it figured out? So possibly calling this week, but like also being like, for real, girl. Try to make it so I make them last and I don't have to keep going back in because I can't get it right. I'm trying to improve, self-improvement. All right. So in conclusion, that's a summary of my health and wellness this past week. Happy health and wellness to you whenever you're viewing this and wherever you're viewing this from.